Today I'm going to show you how to make graffiti letters, and I'm going to walk you step by step through it. I have another video showing how to do bubble letters, but today let's talk about graffiti letters. So I am going to write the word art just to keep it really simple, and to do this you are going to begin by just starting with the sticks of your letters. And I'm going to do all capital letters, and I'm going to spread them out so they're nicely spaced out. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to outline it with some more sticks. So I'm just going to outline it, and instead of going around the entire thing, I am just going to add the sticks without adding anything to the tips. In other words, I'm not adding anything to the ends of my letters, just the sticks, because we are going to add some fun stuff to the outside parts of the letters. The inside too, if you have anything on the inside. And then my last letter, just like that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase the inside sticks. So I am just going to go inside and I'm going to erase the original letters. So hopefully you drew nice and light. You know, our motto in the art class is always draw light until you get it right. Okay, so now we have the word art. We have our 3 letters, and now comes the fun stuff. So now what you want to do is you want to add some interesting shapes to the tips of your letters, like arrows, swirls, maybe even rectangles. So to the top of my A, maybe I'll add a little swirl. And maybe over here a triangle, and you can make them really big, you can make them small, you can make them overlap. And I'll just close this off right here. And to my R, maybe just a little pointy edge and something like this. You can make up your own. You could probably Google a bunch of them online. I am going to overlap my R underneath my A, and maybe another arrow here. And to my T, I want to overlap behind my R. And again, these can be any kinds of shapes that you like. And just have fun with it. So now that you have your letters and your word done, now what you want to do is you want to shade the left side of every stick. So you just come to the left side of every letter or every stick, and I'm just going to make like a thicker edge, just like this, and then I will shade it in. And I'll do that to the left side again, only on the left side. You want to create the shadow. Now you want to add any extra details to maybe the tips or around it, just to give it a little bit more pop. You can do any kind of shapes you like maybe some hearts, maybe a crown. Okay, maybe a little swirl. Anything that you think will give it just a little bit extra appeal. You can look up some ideas online, or you can just come up with your own. I'm not going to do anything to the inside of my letters because I really want those to contrast when I do start to color. but just around the outside. And you can definitely repeat some of your patterns if you like. I kind of like doing something around the edge of them, and maybe that's it. Okay, I can maybe add a little bit more, maybe one over here. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to make a thick line around everything. So I am going to go around the entire word, and I'm following the shape of my letters as well as those little details that I made on the outside. And I'm going to go all the way around. And once I've gone all the way around, I am going to add another line around it so that I can do kind of like what I did here. I want to make it a nice thick border that goes around my entire word. If this is your name, it would be your tag. And I am going to fill this in with my black. If you are doing this with your colors, you can use any color you want, but I would definitely choose a nice dark color so that it really contrasts the word. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to outline that thick line around the edge. Fantastic. So once you've done this, you can really do whatever you want to the background. I love making it look like it's on a brick wall or some type of textured wall to make it look like it's outside. A lot of this graffiti is done on walls, and if you are ever in Miami and you want to visit Wynwood, you will see beautiful artwork done on the walls and huge murals and beautiful graffiti that you could see all done legally. So I'm going to do a textured wall in the background, and I'm going to make it look kind of like a brick wall. So to do that, I'm just going to make some straight lines, not so straight, I don't need a ruler for this. And I'm going to make sure that I don't go through my letters, but go behind them to continue that overlapping. And I'm going to go all the way up my paper. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the lines that make it look like they are little bricks. And to do that, I just go maybe about 2 fingers width across. And the trick to doing this is when you go on the line above, instead of doing the line right above this one, you go in between, because that's how bricklayers lay bricks, to make the wall more stable. And then you can go back in and you can kind of curve the edges a little bit like this when you go into each one to make it look like individual bricks. But you can do that more when you go and you start coloring. And there you have art in graffiti letters, and I'm going to show you what I did on my piece of paper. So I did the word Desmond, this is my name, and again I chose to make the bricks in the background. I rounded off the corners of them and I shaded them in with my pencil. And then to my word, I made sure to do a bunch of different really bright colors because it's really what you want to stand out. And then the edge around my letters I did in one color. So you can see that that black edge around the entire name is really going to make your tag stand out. Take your time, have a great time with this. Make sure you add all those little details that you like that make it your own. I love hearts, so I made sure to add hearts to mine, and I went and I used analogous colors. So analogous colors are colors that are next to each other on the color wheel. So like a yellow green to a yellow orange to an orange to an orangey red.